Just left the car wash. I feel like my buddy Nate. He always goes online live up north from his car, and he always looks like he's driving in Britain because he's on the other side. Anyway, I was going through the car wash. You know, I go there. I bought a car wash pass at Paul's. It always cuts my head off. Anyway, it's like $9.99, so like $10 a month. And I was going through it, and I thought to myself, you know, me and Dante used to come through here and get his car washed as well. And it's like, I just washed it yesterday. And I'm not one of those people that wash it every single day, just because you know, you can wash it once a day, every day. And I thought, well, you know, I did get a little salty yesterday because of the weather. It was kind of crazy yesterday, wasn't it? Life's like that. It's kind of unpredictable. And I realized, man, I am no expert in this life thing, except I go through the same trials and tribulations as everybody else. It's like, for example, I'm at the gym. I'm going to try to sneak one in real quick before I pick up my daughter all the way in Utica, which I hate driving to. But I've got a handful of people that just all texted me at once. So I thought of this. Maybe you guys can help me with this. As I was going through the car wash, thinking, am I being redundant? Nope, I just washed it. And I thought, okay, yesterday my car was looking squeaky clean. The weather wasn't, got kind of crazy. And then I woke up this morning and my car is all white and salty. Like, what? Did I just wash my car yesterday? So I had to go all the way back down and get it done today. Now I could have just let it, you know, skip till tomorrow or whatever. And then the same thing with the gym, you know. Man, I had a good workout yesterday, I thought. Maybe not the best, but stuff that I have to maintain every single day. Oh, I don't know why it skipped me that. All right. Anyway, so what happened was I started thinking we want the next day to be better. You know how they always say, tomorrow's going to be a better day, tomorrow's going to be a better day. Well, it takes a lot of work, doesn't it? It's like maintenance. Not for everybody. You know, if you're born with a silver spoon, great. And I always make references to that. It's not a problem. It's just that I'm basically referring to the people that have gone through a lot of stuff like myself. And is it bad luck? Is it karma? Is that we were born with bad genes or anything like that? Not really. I think it's just, you know, just like this virus, you know, they say, you know, it's going to hurt us, a lot of us, some of us, most of us, who knows, you know. And I'm not going to live like that. I'm not going to live like something is going to take me out, because here's the one thing. It's like at the car wash, for example. The guys at the end always dry my car off. And about a year ago, and I've been going there for years, they said don't tip the employees anymore because we gave them a raise and we don't want them to take tips. And you know what? At the guy at the front and the guy at the end, I said, you know, I'm going to tip these guys. And they enjoyed it and they liked it and that was cool. And I thought, you know, I'm not going to go out like this. I don't know whether it's a virus or old age or whatever is going to take me out. The rest of my life, I don't want to come off, no matter how sad or how frustrated or how many times I have to wash my car or how many times I have to come to the gym to keep healthy or whatever. It's a job every day. And you know what? You're not owed happiness. You're just not owed perfection. And if you know somebody who is getting that, it's all temporary, but you wish them well. You really do. I wish everybody well. I wish my worst enemies well. I wish people that have more than me well. Why? Okay, here's the reason. Because when people look at me, automatically I know there's people that think, dear God, doesn't he stop? Is he feeling sorry for himself? No, not really. I mean, my sadness for my son, I mean, I'm not going to apologize for that or ever. And there's a lot of people that have died actually since my son died that I know. Or something bad has happened to, or a diagnosis. I have friends that have got only a couple of years to live or less that are even on this Facebook that I've known for a long time. Far longer than Facebook's even been around. So, you know, is my time coming? Could things get worse for me? You know, like does lightning strike twice? Maybe. But the trick for me, and I decided this, and now I have people to witness this. Didn't you just say a week ago you were going to do this? Yeah, now you can put me to task. And I hope that I get back to people that keep asking me, you know, like, how are you getting through? I'm like, there's no pill that I need me to come to this gym or to go to the car wash. I mean, I pay to belong here. I have a supplement drink I love to drink all the time. Grape's my favorite flavor. I mean, does it work? Maybe. Maybe not. Does Lysol work to kill the coronavirus or whatever it is, the H12, and everybody's an expert and a genius? You know, I don't know that many scientists or doctors that have cured anything, so I'll consider the source, CTS versus the CDE. CTS means consider the source. That's my little thing. But anyway, I'm going to do the best I can as far as sharing my life. I'm not going to not tip those guys anymore. I said that. I decided today. For a whole year, I haven't tipped. I found $1 here and some quarters there. And it wasn't like they looked at me like, how come you're giving me quarters? They looked at me like, hey, thanks. I go, we can buy, we put this towards food. The guys told me, these are grown men. They were grown men. They weren't even teenagers. The guy at the front was 21 years old. His name's Nick. Nice guy. In fact, you know, he liked my son. But I said, you know what? They took that money like it meant something. And they were instructed to not take tips. And I'm not going to try to get them in trouble because they said, well, no, they're easing up on that. Remember like Uber? We weren't supposed to tip them. And I thought, I go, man, there's no way I cannot tip these people. I mean, if they give you a bumpy ride or they do this weird, I've never had a bad experience with Uber or Lyft. I really haven't. We had one slow driver, and I posted it in Miami with me, Dante, and Sabrina about a year and a half ago. But other than that, I've had a great experience. Why would I not take care of a human being that needs something? I don't ever ask where they're from, what they do, it doesn't matter. There's human beings that I care about. Is it my job? I don't know, maybe. But the karma I get back, a gentleman just took me to lunch at Mission Barbecue. And I trained with him, significantly older than me, when we trained together as firefighters. In fact, he was probably the oldest firefighter in Troy. And a lot of guys didn't like him because he was older. He had the nicest truck. In fact, I'm pictured in front of it, in that picture in front of the Hummer. That was his car. And it was badass. I mean, it was really, really cool. But he took me to lunch. In fact, when we walked in there, they picked up the tab. Like, we were going to pay. And I went next door and I bought my daughter some donuts from the donut bar. You got to go there. It's pretty cool. And, but isn't that funny? In one day, from driving my daughter in the frigid cold all the way to a horrible, drive to school and then coming back and listening to Stevie, all of a sudden my phone blows up. And I thought, okay, I've posted for like almost 6 months now. And, you think and you know what? Just like this gym, the problems don't go away because we solve them, do they? They don't. Your problem isn't going to go away. Not completely. Some things will. Like if you got a clogged toilet, you might unplug it, and 6 months from now, somebody might plug it again. I don't know, whatever. But there's always that maintenance. There's always that whatever. And I'm not going to live in fear of something that might happen because of tomorrow, like this virus that's scaring everybody, or some people are experts at right now, or some people are thinking it's just, I ain't got time for that. I really don't. And I do take it serious at the same time. Okay, let's say I take it to the highest level of precaution. So now I'm taking it, okay, well, let's wash our hands. That makes sense. Dante wouldn't leave this gym without washing his hands. My mom, every time we go anywhere in public, man, she's squirting out. I mean, I think, hold on. Look at my car. I mean, even in my car. Yoo-hoo, that was on Dante's side of the car. He used to sit right next to me. Okay. Now, does that mean we live in fear or paranoia? No. It's just doing the right thing. I mean, I watch people walk out of the bathroom at clubs and in restaurants or even this gym after they, urinate and like, you're going to touch those weights now? Or you want to shake my hand? Here you go. I don't even know if I'd touch a hand after that. But that's my point. You got to make sure that you keep your car washed. Your mind, your body, your soul. I don't know why I'm thinking like this all the time. I just never did before. But when you got 100+ people an hour asking you things and you're Googling and you're staying up to 4 or 5 in the morning researching things, reading biblical things, reading scientific things, reading motivational things, which I've been doing all my life anyway, I go, wow, there's no ears. It's just taking it. It's taking the hits. No pain, no gain used to be the phrase here in this gym and gyms across the world. Remember that? No pain, no gain. Well, it's true because you walk in here a first timer, not knowing what you're doing, scared. You just left McDonald's and you figure, why can't you get results? You're intimidated. You don't know what's going on, and then you're sore as hell for a couple days, and like, I ain't going back. Well, that's the difference. If you get past that initial pain, you're going to start to see results, and you won't feel that pain ever again. I don't feel pain in there no matter how hard I work out. And I've been doing it forever. And I mean, the only pain I have in my body isn't caused from that gym. It's caused from nature and time. I have a sciatic nerve thing that's kicking in right now. Some people have that. I thought it was just a female thing. I didn't know, because I used to hear women complain about it all the time. And don't get me started. But I go in there, and there's this roller thing. It looks like a giant tube with like spikes on it. It's all made out of rubber. And I tried it once about a year ago. I'm like, man, this thing hurts. And I have a high tolerance for pain, but this thing was just really like, whatever. Well, I did it a couple last weekend for about 10, 15 minutes, because my buddy, in fact, he just walked in there, he works there. He said, you got to try that roller. I go, man, I don't want to do that. He goes, try it. He goes, try it. So I rubbed it on the parts that were hurting, on my hip and in my back. I had the best sleep ever for the first time in 2 weeks. See what I'm saying? I didn't want to listen to what I already knew. And I claim I have this tolerance for pain, but I didn't want to do it because it was really uncomfortable.